Look, rivalries create weird moments. I think we saw it earlier today.
Yeah, I tell you what, and I'll guarantee you both head coaches in this game pointed to that game and what happened in Columbus. Dan Lanning saying, look, everybody expects us to win, right? Our A game. We cannot take this team lightly at all. Jedd Fisch, on the other hand, says anything can happen. We got to play loose, play free, be aggressive. He told us he's going to throw the kitchen sink at him tonight.
So for Washington, kitchen sink could include players that maybe we haven't seen as much as others coming into the year. Will Rogers has started every game at quarterback for this Huskies team, but today it's not going to be exactly the same. Damon Williams Jr., who's considered the future of this program according to Jedd Fisch, will start his first game at quarterback.
Yeah, he's a talented athlete. When we talked to Dan Lanning and defensive coordinator Toss LaPoy, the first thing they said about him is the kid can fly. They know how fast he is. He's got arm talent. They've got skill guys around him and kind of a salty defense, particularly against the pass. No big deal.
Heard a lot from the great voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen, and now with the 117th all-time meeting, fourth most played between Big Ten teams. Washington leads that series, but most importantly has won the last three meetings by 3 points in each game. And Jedd Fisch, in his first matchup against Oregon as the Washington head coach, said he's excited. This is what college football is all about. He knows that there's hatred, but similarly, he actually wants his team to play with that emotion, harness that emotion ahead of this one.
Yeah, and a big thing for his team is going to be to take care of the ball and withstand the early flurry of this football stadium and crowd.
Washington won the toss, elected to defer, and a decent return across the 25. That's where this Oregon offense is going to start. A look at the starting lineups delivered by Papa John's. And Dillon Gabriel has led one of the most lethal attacks in the country.
Well, and it's an offense that their last time out was not on the top of their game in Madison, Wisconsin. They've had a week come out and play their best football tonight. Evan Stewart has really emerged as a big play wide receiver. We do expect to see their leading receiver, Tez Johnson, back in the lineup today. But Evan Stewart has been outstanding ever since that Ohio State game in Week 6.
That was his breakout. You see 15 in motion. That is Tez Johnson making his return after missing the last few. But instead it's a run, and that's generally a good idea when you've got Jordan James as he sails out of bounds, gains 4 on first down. He's got over 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns on the season. It helps when you've got a veteran leader like this at quarterback.
Veteran? Yeah, he's making his 61st career start tonight, and he's having a marvelous year. Almost 74% completion. He's a dual threat guy and a distributor of the football, like a point guard in basketball. Gets the ball in the hands of his playmakers quickly.
That 61st start ties his predecessor for the overall record in FBS history as James stumbles forward and has enough for the first down. It is Bo Nix who had 61. Now it's Gabriel who has 61. And that system has clearly worked the last 2 years, but that's not necessarily sustainable long-term for the future at the quarterback position.
Yeah, they've got a youngster behind him who transferred in from UCLA, Dante Moore, who would be the next guy in line.
First pass of the day for Gabriel, and he checks it down for James. He'll get across the 45, close to midfield. against this Washington defense. That tackle there by Cameron Fabriculanen. And you look at the starting lineups for Washington defensively, they're great against the pass.
Yeah, they're excellent against the pass. Their corners have played really well. They've struggled against some teams in this league in the run game.
And right on cue, it's James with another gash inside the 40.
Jordan James is a 1,000-yard rusher. This offensive line, one of the Joe Moore Award-winning groups, and that's a nice play. Just pulled the backside guard. And Jordan James with a head of steam before there's any white shirts around him.
Entering the week 4th in the conference in rushing yards. The 11 touchdowns leads the team. They've run 4 plays. It's been 4 touches for James. 3 carries in the catch that went for 8. Ferguson, the tight end, always dangerous in motion. Now it's Holden moving along. Play action pass, set up the screen. Ferguson with a flag down as he gets walloped by Bruner.
Both of these teams love to utilize the screen game.
We'll hear from Jerry McGinn, our referee tonight.
Nickel shift. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
2 guys moving at the same time. And that was one of the problems in Madison when we talked to Will Stein, offensive coordinator, said we didn't play real clean. You know, we had some operational things, some penalties. We had a lot of plays where we were off schedule. And that was the first play now in this drive that has set them back a little bit.
Both Will Stein and Dylan Gabriel mentioned communication being somewhat of an issue 2 weeks ago. Had the bye week to try to fix some of it. Now 1st and 15, and Gabriel with another completion. It's going to go to Ferguson near the 30. So picks up 9 to make this 2nd down and 6. And they've gone quick this entire opening drive. Tempo after struggling to move the ball, especially in the second half in Madison 2 weeks ago, which resulted in a 16-13 victory. Gabriel over the middle. He's on target for Holden and a 1st down.
A really nice play action. Again, when you start off running the football the way they have, these RPO kind of plays open up. He just waits till that window opens, and Holden's coming on a little slant route in the accurate throw by the left-handed quarterback, Gabriel.
You saw the laces not on his fingertips again. Does not need it. That is a deceptively impressive skill from him. Holden in motion again on 1st down. Handoff up the middle. Jordan James, so difficult to bring down. We might see 2 of the top 5 running backs in this conference easily in this game.
Yeah, Jonah Coleman for Washington and this guy Jordan James, both 1,000-yard rushers on the season.
Bruner with another tackle. Right back to James. Burst through, 1st and goal. Methodical opening drive here for Oregon.
Now this is where, when we talked to Steve Belichick, the defensive coordinator for Washington, he says we've got to play well in the red zone and not give up touchdowns every time they get down here. They've been pretty good at that. 54% opponents have scored touchdowns. They've given up yards, they've given up rushing yards, but they've been pretty stout when the ball gets in the red zone.
Whittington in the game, and he's got it on 1st down. Whittington through 1 tackle. Whittington stays on his feet. Touchdown, Oregon. 9 plays down the field, and the Ducks get right into the end zone.
Well, some power running football by the Ducks on this opening possession. This is power. They're bringing the backside guard and tackle. One guy's going to kick out. The other guy's going to lead through, and Whittington is going to take it into the end zone. An impressive opening drive for the Ducks, primarily on the ground.
Funky formation initially. Now they'll shift back into their typical extra point look with Atticus Sappington, one of the names of the conference.
You love that name.
It's a great name. Because it's one thing to have the last name Sappington, but to have it paired with Atticus. So 71 yards down the field after Washington deferred, and Sappington makes it 7-0 for the number 1 team in the country. It was Jordan James.
Đập gậy gì chả. Cái cọ chị gậy trong cái video đúng rồi.
Không hiểu tiếng Việt tắt.
đùa bạn, một nói bây giờ tới đó gì đùa bạn.
Chối anh vào tiếng